Yɛnhyɛ and free a national under-20 team as say the Black Starlights of Ghana wama kopie mu ɛwɔ New Zealand honomo and under-20 youth World Cup no bɛba so na mmom saa bredi a mini tournament Four Nations tournament na ɛkɔ so honomo no Ghana ejina ko no na nyasam kitwa na nka yenim sɛ anka entimi nkosi aga na mmom Ghana etimi agikuruwa na adagye enipusu kra yɛchi Australia for etwa mo eka mienu a wɔn entimi ensimu adabraka first match na yɛhyɛ Qatar by 4 goals to 2 second game ye beat New Zealand by 9 goals to 0 and the team no ebeti wo moto e free New Zealand ho akodi 11 days e Australia mo free Australia na wan samba back to New Zealand na chese omo di akesi na nkasa e ba behye so World Cup ne di e be hye 30th May ekosi 20th June e New Zealand me mrantie Emmanuel Boateng e na afin so abrante yawo yebo a omo e na ye mrantie mienu a omo to ntina e de ma the Black Starlight of Ghana chese biara etimi e konkan yi papa e de ama wo man Ghana yento aso de ayemfa eye 7 tornado Appiah one eye former captain of the Black Stars of Ghana nsem ene ye de to aso kopie mu eye a former president of the Republic of Ghana Ra JJ Rollins fie a chese oni na ne se ni testimonial match e ba so 27th of June no wasi pape emfa ni munam embetaji yenko tinia 7 Appiah edi to omampanyi nim.
Feel indeed privileged and honored also to have this invitation from you personally and accompanied by these noble players. There's a saying that birds of the same feather flock together. Very often when we talk about corrupting influence of power, fame and fortune, it runs right across, from the bottom to the top. Even security personnel in various places try to assert, their power, sometimes unjustifiably. You're one of those who's enjoyed fame and fortune, and yet you've maintained your humility. It has not spoiled you in any way. And this is the one quality that we seem to be lacking as a people. And I can only hope and wish that people would pick or take the cue from people like you, Tony, and the rest of your colleagues. There are those of you who are also being spoiled by fame and fortune, and we see it, and I find it very unfortunate. But I'm only saying this to emphasize the fact that these things don't only happen to politicians. It happens to people across the board. And it's a corrupting influence. It destroys a family, it destroys a society, it destroys a community, it destroys a nation. Today we find ourselves in a similar situation. I'm not too sure the current circumstances are bringing the best out of us, but we keep hoping that things will change for the better. But things can only change for the better. You sportsmen have been a great example. If globalization and the international corridor hadn't opened, the field of play to people of various talents, those of you in the developing world would not have made it this far. It would be easy to keep us suppressed, So let's not underestimate the respect that you command. And I think it's important that you people hold on to it.
Neso mampenya je tum se kwan bia so wobekota 7 tornado Appiah na je so de onimu nam akota ni testimonial match ne echi a chese nya asem keto na o se ni aboa 7 Appiah ama ne bọọbọ na akoso abeduru sam pepeso ya still na woguso edi djuma bibia konkaman eya hombrase amafo bebre na nya sika ene gaga isem akesesem na so tornado de debi ahombrase pa de no obi papa na aboa no papa 7 Appiah nsem a ono so edi tu dwani.
Well, I think that it's a sad story for all Ghanaians. Yesterday, when I heard about this sad story, I was really sad. I mean, I broke down because myself and Sir Cecil, we have a good relationship. I remember when they called me for the national team. One day he came to Winnipeg and tried to talk to me, because I think that when I was playing Accra Suffolk, he used to watch the matches, so you know the kind of player who is Stephen Appiah. By that time I was very, very young, so always when he sees me, try to motivate me by words and all that. I remember when and the under-17 starlets, when we traveled to Germany, I was left behind because I was sick. So the team traveled to Oberhausen in Germany. I was not part of the team, and later I flew to join the team. When I got there, he was there, and always you can see that playing with the big boys is very difficult. So at times I feel a little bit I couldn't give what I have to. So always come closer. He is very an intelligent person. He always come closer to me, try to motivate me, try to encourage me. We traveled to Ecuador in Quito. We played our first game. I didn't play. The second game I didn't play. The third game we played against USA. So when the coach had announced the selection, I went back to my room and I heard somebody knocking my door. So when I opened the door, it was Sir Cecil. So he came to my room. He sat on my bed and we started talking. He started trying to motivate him to give me some guidelines and all that. So I think that we have really lost a great person, and he's like a father to all of us.
Your Excellency, I was the captain of the Black Stars, who captained for 9 years, and by God's grace, I managed to play 2 World Cups. Your Excellency, today we are here on behalf of everybody to thank you, because I remember '95 when we came home. You promised us something and you opened an account for all of us. I mean, the treasure bill. I remember when I was captaining the team, at times you passed through the camp and talked to us. So I think that if I'm doing something today, I have to come and seek for blessing from the Father. And I think that you are one of the fathers in this country. So today, we are here to officially invite you for this event that is going to be on June 26th. That will be a dinner at the State House, and 27 will be the game at the Accra Sports Stadium. So today we are here to come and invite you officially. Thank you.
Well, it's true because Esperance is Esperance. I mean, we all know every year they played the competition, they always go far. So it's normal that people will be.
Nsema Steven Tonado Appiah ni di kan no wakasa efa eye Jones Atukwefi nsese Jones Atukwefi chese nbonya nbebi ko no wose ya tsema ya reho pa ye papa edi man chese wo gine mebi a engine nso wo de o krade ankwa entimi nji wosaso to aso tie eno e kire se kwambia so eye Jerry John Rollins fi akopie mu no ade e bubo yi papa man chese testimonial match no bibi biara etimi akonkan yi papa edi amano eno ene nsema ekoso e was Steven Tonado Appiah so ye nto aso ni yemfa All African Games 11th edition e beba so e Congo Brazzaville Enfambro September 4th and a Jumedian Air na Ghana Federations ahodo ayekono biara saze obi ayetwe ne ho minister oyaze oniska swimming for so minister weightlifting for so minister nanso Joe Penge our general secretary general director Edema National Sports Authority December betu bia se kwan biara so wa unisika emfa ubotom sika emfa na se mabanya kasa emfa sika mrew ansa na wako.
For some time now, the authority has not been having the full complement of budgets that we send to the Ministry of Finance. So the board thought that it was time to take a breather and to rationalize things. So it directed that we should write to the association that in view of the fact that approvals are obtained for travels, but monies have not been released over the year, it is time to review the situation. Those who have gone ahead to pre-finance have their monies locked up, and we don't have the money to give them. So it's also on that basis that the board directed that we should hold on until we can pay outstanding debts as directed by the Ministry of Youth and Sports and also Ministry of Finance. that we should pay our arrears before we do anything else.
Whilst we wait for money to come in for the National Sports Authority, we stand the risk of not participating in any competition.
Well, we would not say that everything to stop. If we receive requests from associations for funding and then we process this and forward them to the Ministry of Finance, if at those levels it is deemed that these activities should be undertaken, then money will be released, then they will happen.
General Director General Edema National Sports Authority Raju Penge Edi to Jayanko Mohammed Ahmed Polo as a former coach Edema Hatifo Kono Kreyasi Akan Ediama Mudachi Sepapedi Ban Bobomu any coach and Wakwada Mu Ye Pano Pano Ama vosi Juju our football mu no cre in some of the two genie.
I think there are so many ways of juju in football. Some people take it as spiritual. Even they go in and take the money, special money for that. There are some people who are with the clubs, that is what the especially hearts of folk. There are people like that, and these are people who feel without they are trying to help the team spiritually. It doesn't help, but I think it's part of us, and we cannot run away from it. But there is a way it has to go. Unfortunately, the experience that I had, or we had, our generation had, did not go well, with us. It still happened. The juju men are there, and there are people who believe in them, and majority of them feel if juju is not made before a match, it's just like you don't pray to your God before you go to a match. And physically, it's not only your strength, but you need the support of, somebody who is overall boss, the mighty one, to help you to be able to perform the way you.
Let's Polo what you say? He's talking from experience. I saw him when he said you man pana. Okay, say na zamsikujo say twen. Me your former player the Media Sporting Club. My son swap boha to folk da. And ye dan can na me baye. Oh, and na mu Polo so. And na my name mu bobo academy no.
Yes, sometimes great players can go to a club, but things don't move the way you want. It's everywhere. We've seen great players who have changed club, but unfortunately, time. There was not much time. It was just a season. So I think sometimes it's up and down. So I had my downs when I was in Accra, so folk, and I think a couple of issues with the trainer at Haas. I think things didn't go on well with me and him. So I wouldn't say they didn't treat me fairly, because it's always the trainer. Every player, if you have to get a good season, then it comes from the trainer. So if you fall out with the trainer, that's when you don't get playing time, and that's when things fall apart. So I think I had a fallout with Coach Mohamed Polo, and it happens. But I wouldn't say they didn't treat me fairly, because I was on good terms with everyone there.
So what is your relationship with Mohamed Polo?
Yeah, I would say sometimes in life some people would push you, It happened, but it's on a professional way. He's not my enemy, I'm a player, he's a manager, and it can happen. So I would say maybe he didn't just like my play, and so he didn't use me when I was there. But I have a professional relationship with Coach Mohamed Polo. I respect him a lot, and I don't have anything against him.
Can you bounce back?
Of course, I can. I'm on it. I'm still young. I'm 26 years old, and when I get a club, we would all see what will happen.
There's also some Sukujo no 26 year. Akola Yeswa obetimi asam bobo ni bioma ne wakademo one season kran no entimi breaking it down. Still na vem no wo ho obetimi ababesi akan e de ma eye ha to folk na se club bia wo pe no obetimi akogya no kwan bia so hwe se the sabe kan floating status na che se why free within ho team bia opa no wa ba be fa no yen to so yen president of the Ghana Football Association no Rakwesi Nyantichi aso ye what ya concern pa ama eye ora sese Jones atuke field the late ebusianfo nyina.
I was surprised. It was a big blow. The announcement of the death, or the notice of death, was a big blow to all of us, and we will sorely miss him for the various roles that he played in the promotion and development of soccer in our country. You know, Jones excelled as a player, as an administrator, and above all, as a coach. We will miss him for his diligence, his intelligence, for his commitment to duty, and his dedication to the cause of football in our country. On behalf of the GFA, I wish his wife, children, and family, I extend to them our condolences, and I pray for strength to be able to contain and manage this information. And I also hope that the up-and-coming generation will learn useful lessons from the worthy life that he lived on earth. A delegation from the FA has already visited the family, but we'll be going again. I personally have not yet been there. I'll be there tomorrow, God willing.